So as you guys know, I typically use high density foam for my squishies. However, I am aware that some people cannot get hold of this, so I wanted to try out some different types of foam that are easily accessible. So for today's video, I'm using these little sponges that I found in the baby section in Tesco. It cost me £1 for a 2-pack. Today's video we're going to be upcycling one, tomorrow's video we're going to be upcycling one, so 2 squishies for £1. I would call that a bargain. So first things first, we need to paint our foam. Typically I would sculpt these foam pieces using some scissors, but my scissors at the moment have been ruined. They got blunt, I've sharpened them wrong, they're ruined. I've ordered some more off Amazon. We're doing a no sculpt squishy today, which is even more beginner friendly, I would say. So win-win all around. So to paint your squishy, you're going to need fabric paint. If you don't have fabric paint, you could do what I do and mix acrylic paint with fabric medium. You want to mix this at a 50-50 ratio. My favorite fabric medium is the Liquitex one, but you can use other brands as well. I also like to mix my fabric paint then 50-50 with PVA glue just to make it go a bit further, and this works out great for me. Some people have said that their glue cracks, but I haven't had that problem, so I'd recommend just looking into the type of glue that you're using. Maybe go for a more expensive one if you're using quite a cheap one, but yeah, I just buy it from this big gallon container now from Amazon because it's so much cheaper, and this has been working out great for me. So once you have your paint all mixed up, you then need to paint your sponge. So again, as always, I always say, like, I stab my sponge with a barbecue skewer. I reuse the skewer over and over and over. It comes in so handy because you're able to paint the whole entire thing at once. Because the drying time can be quite long on this, I would recommend doing this. You don't want to paint one side then have to wait a day or so for it to dry and then turn it over. That is not what we want. We want to be creating layers on here, so yeah, speed things up a little bit. Stab your sponge onto a skewer and then paint it all. Leave it to dry, paint it all again, leave it to dry, paint it all again. I actually use a fan heater to speed mine up because it just helps to dry it 10 times faster. What I found with this sponge was it covered really well, and you didn't need that many layers on here. I think I did 3 layers in total. So this is what it looked like after the first layer. Obviously not very slow rising as we would expect, but we just need to get another layer on there and let that dry. This is what it looked like after coat number 2, and I'm now putting on coat number 3 in the video. So as you can see, it built up loads and most of the sponge holes were completely covered. I think because this is such a super soft sponge, the holes covered so much better because they were so small. I really enjoy the fact that this only took 3 layers to fully fill them in and turn it from just a regular sponge into something more slow rising. So yeah, I was having a blast doing this. So once the 3rd base layer had dried, that was pretty much it for the green, and it was all done, and it was this then left to decorating. So I painted on a little swirl, cream swirl, because obviously it was meant to be a matcha roll cake. Then decided I wanted it to be strawberry themed because I felt like just a swirl on it was a bit boring looking, so I actually went in and painted a red line around the cream as if like jam was rolled in the roll cake as well. I ended up adding quite a big clump of the cream in the center of it, so then I went back in and hand painted a strawberry on there because I felt like if I had a matcha strawberry roll cake, I wanted it to have real strawberry pieces throughout it as well, so that's what I did. I almost forgot to mention, I also created this like powder sugar like effect on the top as well after painting on the cream on the other side. And the way that I did this was just put little dots of the fabric paint on, just little tiny dots, and then took my finger and like blended them out, and this worked out great. Like, I really like the effect that this gave. Never done that before, but yeah, I'm going to use that again in the future. One last step I did do was added a face on. Of course I did, because that is my favorite thing to do when it comes to making my handmade squishies. I then left that to dry, removed the barbecue skewer, filled in the hole just a slight bit, and then that was my squishy complete. Okay, real-time update from me. This is how the matcha roll cake is looking. I love the fact that it's got this like powdered sugar look on top. I don't know what it is about it. It's doing it for me. I think it's adorable. I absolutely love how the hand painted little strawberries also turned out. So I'm currently in the middle of painting some more of those on the other sponge. So that will be coming tomorrow. So if you want to see how that one's turned out, then stay tuned for that, because actually I think I like that one even better. But I am very happy with this, especially considering I didn't have to cut it at all. I did obviously put the cream with the jam swirl on the back. I didn't put the strawberry because I just felt like, I don't know, I just felt like it would just be cream all the way through and only strawberries through parts of it, so I just put that on the front with the face. I think that's a good enough balance. Squishiness wise though, you're not even ready. We'll have a countdown. 3, 2, 1, listen to this. I know. Now, I didn't fill in all of the sponge like crazy amounts, but it is not that noticeable in real life. but the air moves through this so nicely. It's such a good speed as it is, so I thought I'm not going to fill it in anymore. I really like the chunkiness of it. It holds your fingerprints well. Obviously, I didn't have to cut it, so it took me no time at all to make this. And yeah, it just squishes really, really nicely. I really enjoy the texture of this foam, even more so than I think my usual high density foam that I typically spend a lot more money on. So yeah, overall, Tesco baby sponges are a 10 out of 10. Look at that. Nice. So like I said, I am in the middle of decorating the second one, so stay tuned for that coming tomorrow. We're still doing everyday June at the moment, uploading every single day in June on different DIY squishies. So if you want to stay tuned and subscribe, I would love to have you. But with all that being said, hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you very soon for another one.